says, Renetta is creating a design for a craft project. Write an expression to represent the number of shaded squares in each piece of the design. Well, how many shaded squares are in the first one?
2.
2. So just real small with your finger, just write down 2. I'm going to change the size of mine to a 2 on the width. How many shaded lines in the third one? Or I mean in the second one? 3.
You have to select
Use 2 fingers to scroll with your mouse, okay? How many in design 3? 4. Whoops. Got a little, like, I hit it a little too hard there with my thing. So, 4. Easy. All right, so now design number 5, we have how many shaded squares?
5.
5. So on the first one I have 2. On the second one, now here's what I want you guys to keep in mind. If I were to label this by the design and then the number of shaded boxes, it would look like this. On the first design I have 2. On the second design I have 3 shaded boxes, and so on and so forth. So then what they're saying is if I label the design as number n, then the number of shaded boxes equals n plus 1. Does that make sense? Huh? You don't have to write it down and print it. I just wanted to explain it. So now we're going to move on to problem number 2. So make sure whatever I have written down, you guys write it down too. So basically what they're saying is whatever the design number is, if you add 1 to it, it'll give us that. So in this case, n equals 1. If you add 1 to 1, you get 2. And in this case, n equals 2. If you add 1 to that, you get 3, right?
Wait.
Whoops. Let me erase that. So if I add 1 to that, I would get 3.
What is
N is the number of the design. So it's like design number n. So we could say like design letter n. Okay? So when n equals 1, then the number of shaded boxes is n plus 1 or 1 plus 1. So like what would be, if this is design number n, what's n in this one? Yeah, n equals 3 because it's the third design. Now how many shaded boxes would I get? 3 plus 1, which gives me 4. Does that make sense? So for the next design, if I were to do design number 5, how many shaded boxes would there be?
6.
6. 5 plus 1 gives me 6. Does that make sense?